Nice to be back. Now in the gi. Last time I came was on the opening, so excited about it. And so what I want to show today is like a series of like transitions or positions, but more regardless of the techniques. It's like I want to focus on how is my mental process in terms of like improving my own game. So I always, like, everybody comes across with challenges when you are training, and then with different reactions, and people start understanding your game, and then you have to start like figuring out what to do with those reactions. This is an example of what I do when I'm kind of like trying to sort something out of my game. I do a lot of butterfly, and butterfly is really good when your opponent is like on your knees, but start changing everything when they start coming up, right? Then that's like one part of my game that I was struggling a lot, and then I start to figure it out and troubleshooting what to do. So what I do is I focus on one thing, and then I try to play with that thing, and then I start testing reactions. And then from those reactions, I start like building up something. So I watch a lot matches. People like kind of have a similar game or something, a solution of what I'm facing at that point. And then from there, I maybe take something, and then I start building up my own microsystem, if you will, which is like I take 2-3 reactions, and then I start playing with it, especially when I'm in guard, so that I can start either coming up or getting a submission or getting a transition to a guard that I'm probably more comfortable with. Make sense? So Fiona. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just like a little drill with your partner. We're gonna have just one slip, and we're gonna, let's see, switch this way. So even though she's standing and I have my grip, this is my, at this point, would be what I'm gonna use for guard retention, right? So I all the time gonna try to just block Fiona from coming around, and the idea is at some point I want, if possible, to get here, right? During kind of like the transition. So it doesn't matter how she moves, I'm just gonna block, and when I see the opening, I try to catch the Shin-to-Shin in this case. So let's say that she's around, I'm here, I'm moving, and then at this point surfing, I get here. Make sense? By having this grip here, she cannot control my head on this side, which is like would be the dangerous side, but she can't. So I can sort of give my back a bit, square back, and whenever she resets or she starts switching angles, I'm gonna be able to catch the Shin-to-Shin. Then from there we start working with that, and again, like we start from a go-to sort of sweep, and then we start playing with a couple of reactions that happen very commonly from there, and we keep going with that. Make sense? So just put it up, and again, just watch your space, but you're gonna start here, your opponent start moving around, you block, and then when you see the chance, just slide, and then try to just get into Shin-to-Shin. If you end up on this side, good. If you end up in front of your partner, this is still okay. We can adjust position. But the important part is like, I just want to get like Shin-to-Shin and controlling the hand. You don't have to make any grip here. Just hold the knee and carry on catching the slip from there. Make sense? with this grip, I can use it in a way to kind of keep distance and start like, if I end up sitting up, I want to have at least a grip. And as far as I have a dominant grip here, like my hand over the wrist, I'm not in danger to kind of being pulled or start creating a scramble from there where she might be able to attack my arm or something. So I always start like blocking here. As soon as I have an opening to connect my shin to shin and get around the leg, I'm in a position where I'm dominating both sides in a way, like I'm dominating the left side and the right side with the arm and the shin to shin. I want to be ideally perpendicular. See, if I end up like on this one here, I need to find a way to square myself without necessarily leaving this. If I lose this grip, it's not the end of the world. I can still like, I have options from there, but as much as I can isolate this side a bit, I want to have more chances to start getting my attacks from there. So the first thing that we're gonna do is I'm just gonna, this is something that Adam Wardzinski does a lot, like shin to shin here, keeping this. And this is an example of what I do. Like when I see someone like has like something similar, so like, okay, like that's something I can add to my game, start trying it. But I don't necessarily follow everything that he does, right? What I try to do is like, I try to play with something that I can then start developing my, again, kind of micro system here, if you will. So what we're gonna do is like, I'm not gonna make a grip here. I'm just gonna hang from the leg and my foot is gonna be under the hips. Whenever I'm ready, I'm gonna push the arm and I'm gonna just start extending the arm and sweeping the foot, opening the foot this way to sweep this foot, and I'm pushing the arm on the hip that way so like I can create like, I kind of balance Fiona, right? So if I'm here, I'm gonna go here to come up. The risk here is like you get to go with the momentum and you're gonna fall. Like I open my base here, I'm gonna pull myself up with the slip, and I'm gonna drive Fiona all the way to the side here to get my pit stop. And from there I can start stepping back, pulling the arm so that she cannot turtle, and start getting my side control top position from there. So again, like at any point I got here, and she's kind of in that kind of posture. I'm gonna just keep tight, pushing the arm to the belt, to the hip, this way, like towards the wall. And at the same time, I'm opening my hook this way. So I'm gonna do this here, right? Use the momentum to come up. I release the shin to shin, and then I just move the legs around so I can end up in kind of a whip position, and then I can do my back step and then here. Make sense? So if we were in like in the same kind of scenario here, like she's moving around, the finish, I got her here. Now I can start like getting my way to it. Make sense? Focus like a little bit on the mechanics. Then we start playing a little bit with reactions from there, and we carry on from there. better angle as well when you push and you open the leg. Make sense?
So you want to go completely that way?
That way here, boom, boom. Right?
So you're trying to scoop his leg with that?
I'm here, I'm just trying to hook it. And as he starts losing his balance, I open his foot this way, like that. Boom. Make sense?
So you're a rocket.
Yeah. So I'm here, I'm pushing, and then I go here to the belly, right?
I was having trouble trying to like pick his leg
Yeah.
off.
No, just open it. As he starts falling, that's the timing to start like opening that foot. Make sense? Ideal go-to, right? But we always have reactions like maybe you start hitting it, and then people start getting like different reactions to counter it. So I'm always going to somehow pin this leg, as I'm doing at the moment, and attack the second leg with, in this case, the hook. And the second case would be like a foot sweep from there, right? So I'm here, like, let's say like my timing was really wrong or whatever, and she stepped this way. Then from there, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start holding the leg, lean back, and place my foot on her side, right, right on top. I want to keep pulling this side, and at the same time, let me move this way because you cannot see. At the same time here, I'm just gonna catch the lapel, just to keep like a tighter position there, and it's gonna help me for the sweep. So what we need to do is we need to start leaning this way, keep pulling the sleeve, and I'm gonna do like a bump with the arm that has the grip. So I'm gonna do this, come up here. Once that I get my partner on the mat, I'm gonna come up, and as I come up, I need to release the sleeve. Otherwise, you can kind of wrist lock yourself. So I'm gonna do this, release, and come on top, holding the arm. Just again to not allow her to start scrambling from there. Then from there, I kind of stretch her hook and start walking towards side control, and then get my head control, and then eventually start improving position from there, or attacking from there. So again, a very common like reaction is that the stepping this way, as I try, immediately lean back. Leaning back with this hand is gonna help you to create tension on the foot, right? If I'm close, then she can lead with that leg, like just stepping back and that's it. I don't want that. I want to kind of like hold her right there, right? I'm gonna start like pulling this way, like looking towards the wall behind me, and sliding my foot all the way down to her foot and push up with the lapel grip here. From there, I'm gonna come up, switch, block the hip, and go around. I always try to get into a pit stop when I get the sweep, that I can solidify my position and start improving my position from there. So again, I'm here, like I push, I just extend like that. Use the hand, you don't have to make a grip, just cup the knee. Keep pulling, sit up, catch your grip just with the fingers like that, like a claw. And keep pulling here. Start pulling the sleeve, slide the foot all the way to your partner's foot. When you get the sweep, you release the collar and then switch hip to hip there, like in a whip position, blocking the hips, the hooks. And then we go all the way here. Make sense? Try to, okay. At the moment you are here, right? Yeah. So to open your elbow this way. And then start sliding the foot to foot. There we go. And this can happen like, maybe when I try here, she step back, she step forward here, or maybe from the beginning, as soon as I establish my position here, she starts stepping over this way. So usually what they try to do is like, they try to drive you all the way with the back flat on the ground, right? So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna set that. If you try to push me flat on the ground, I'm gonna set that, and I'm gonna use the Shin-to-Shin to start elevating, and at some point I'm gonna release the arm. I want to kind of like drive Fiona over my head as she does that. So here, I'm gonna drive her over, and as I go that, I'm gonna catch the foot, and then I'm gonna start like finishing the same position pretty much. And then get into, the only difference now I don't have the slip. So, but in terms of gaining my position, I can do the same thing. Again, can it happen like I went here, boom, she jumps back in and she flats me out here. Or she go straight away to that. So because she hasn't cleared the Shin-to-Shin, I can elevate. I don't release my arm that is like holding the leg, but I just need to go over the head. And as she starts posting, I'm gonna catch this, the shin here, and I'm gonna release the leg so I can start getting on top position, same way as before. Sort of normal speed here, whatever scenario we are here, so she goes there, and then I go on top right away. Make sense? Let's give it a go very quick, and we have one more scenario, and that's it. Off we go. One very common thing that the top player is gonna do here is clear like the hooks. So the hook, you can clear it on the outside. You might give the leg though, but you can clear the hook, maybe back step, or getting into the inside, which if I do that, I want to be in a good position now to put my partner on the floor here without having the risk of bumping my partner over, right? So this last scenario, like, you need to play it on your own terms. So whenever she clears the Shin-to-Shin, I'm not in a good position. No, release this. Yeah. I'm not in a position here to play kind of the similar stuff that I was playing, because he has way more drive here to start pulling it on the floor, and I have no much defense there in terms of like accepting it. So what I need to do is I'm gonna release the slip. I'm gonna focus just on controlling one side. So I release the slip, and at the same time, I'm gonna switch my base. So the inside leg is gonna go all the way back, and then I just get in a similar position here. Then I'm just gonna catch the ankle, and we're just gonna go like a sort of a Wrestle Up move all the way there. So I'm gonna start coming up. I'm gonna push with my head. I'm gonna push towards the hip, and I'm gonna start driving the ankle on the side. So I'm gonna go this way here, right? And then what I try to do is connect immediately with a leg drag position here, so that I can go knee up, knee down, and then I kept my pit stop right away here. No way she can recover guard from here, and I can take my time to start getting into side control, or if she decides to give me the back, I can get the back. So I'm here, my partner clear is like on the inside. Release this, you need this hand to start posting and switching your base. Leaning forward here, catching the ankle. Do not go, a very common issue is people going a little bit higher on the calf. You don't have the same kind of leverage. So cup as low as possible on the heel. This one doesn't change. And you're gonna start coming up like this, stepping over, and then I go this way. Depending on like also the reactions, you might be able to connect with over-under pass. Sometimes like you're gonna end up here without clearing completely the leg, so you can step over and get it. That's another kind of thing that can happen during your way up. But ideally, this is myself, I prefer to be like in a leg drag position. So let's go this way. So I have my sleeve there, here, she clear. I hip escape a bit so to have a better base, and I switch my base here, holding the ankle. As I push, I come up here, step over, adjust the foot, and then I get here. It's a little bit of a scramble, but if you kind of like go with the move, you should be able to get it. What I try to avoid though is like when you come up here, you go like this, you have no base. The step like, do a big step forward so you can keep your base, you can keep posting on your knee, and eventually it's gonna drive you to the leg drag position right there. Make sense? Let's give it a go very quick.
So how do you get to the leg drag from here?
Come with me. So like when you are here, right? Just immediately release this so that you can post, switch. Right? Now from there I catch it. And then what you do is like, as you push here, you start opening the ankle and step back in circle. Like I'm doing this. Makes sense? And then from there, I kind of start getting into it. Yeah? The four things like I wanted to connect is that, but again it's like my process again usually is like, in this case, is finding a way, or what's on your knees, finding a way. Like I was playing here, she started engaging, I don't have connection, then try to kind of get an answer from here. So a quick answer or a way to do it was find a way to get this grip and then start chasing the opposite side and start getting a go-to from there, right? Then I start trying that go-to, and at some point people were playing different stuff. So I start troubleshooting from there, right? And at least I have like an option for the most common kind of reactions, right? The tricky part is just connect that quick, but that's like something that training is gonna give you, right? The timing. That's the way that I personally develop my game. Like whenever I start getting a problem in terms of like people are having answers to this part of my game, I try to find something and then try to build up from there, or connect to other part of my game, which could be like, maybe like she decided to go to the outside. If she goes to the outside, I'm comfortable playing next guard here, right? So I can develop that part of my game at that time. Make sense? I don't know if more than the technique itself, I hope it can help some of you if you're struggling, like to find something in your game. Just try to add something and start building from that little point a few options, and then eventually you're going to be able to, to open up your game. Mechanically, to be honest, a lot of the positions are very similar. It's just finding a way to adapt those mechanics to different situations. Listen up, very quick. Listen up. So we have a bit of rule here. The person on the bottom, you start shin to shin, and your grip here. You just need to come up. No, you don't need to kind of like go for submission or anything. Just try to get a sweep. Person on top, you have to pass from here, right? Now, if we end up in a situation like we end up in half guard, that's it. If you end up without shin to shin, carry on. But at the moment that you end up like in a completely different guard, you're out. Make sense? The person on the bottom is out. When you win, you stay on the bottom. If you come out, obviously on top. If you win up to 3 times, then you go to the queue. Make sense? Let's give it a go very quick.
Foot sweeps. Ecologically training my foot sweeps. Ecologically. This is the environment. And I'm just foot sweeping.
So what is this? Eco for cleaning?
Ecologically training for foot sweeps.
Yeah, thanks Enrique. And Fiona. Yeah, thank you. It was great to have him here for our first ski seminar. I was really pleased that you guys came. Thanks for coming and supporting us. And yeah, Enrique?
This is a half an hour speech. No, very quick. Thank you for Kino and Florence for inviting me over, and Fiona. It's great to see, like, from what I can see, how the gym is growing and the work that they put it in. And really, really thank you everybody who came today. I hope you get something out of it. If not technically, maybe what I say about a little bit the process that I follow. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed a bit. And thank you for the specific. It was also cool to train a bit with some of you guys. Thank you so much.